Being right all the time.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for spending some time with me. Today I'm going to be talking about something that is a little controversial. Gosh, I don't know why I said that so weird. It is something that I have brought up many a time. I'm going to kind of set the record straight. I'm going to be giving my stance on dinosaurs. Someone called them Dinosaurs one time on Twitter and I lost it. I'm obsessed with that. Dinosaurs are a completely other topic that we can discuss in a future video. I want to start off by saying to everyone, I am not a paleontologist, I am not a Scientologist, I am not a professor at any university, nor did I go to school for what I'm going to be talking about. All of these opinions are strictly opinions. I am not saying these are facts. So, do I believe that dinosaurs existed? I believe that there were creatures that we know as dinosaurs to exist. Where I draw the line is, I don't believe that what we were originally taught as to what dinosaurs looked like, how they went extinct, the way that we have them currently displayed. I don't believe any of that is 100% accurate. So I want everybody to think back to a much simpler time. Walking into kindergarten, you're told, go play with some toys while you wait for the other kids. And the first toy you pick up is a dinosaur. Maybe you didn't. You could have reached for a pair of scissors. I don't know. We have been kind of taught that dinosaurs were these huge lizard-like creatures. Let's start with that. I don't believe that dinosaurs had scales. In fact, I do have some scientific proof to back this up. I remember there was a BBC documentary that I watched one time talking about how these scientists took fossils from I think it was a T-Rex, and they dissected the fossil into very small sections and looked at it underneath a microscope. What scientists do, right? When they looked at bone structure of a dinosaur, they found that it looked like a tree. It had rings. The growth pattern was in fact very rapid and very fast, very, very, very similar to a human or to birds, which are warm-blooded. For a certain amount of time, doctors believed that... Scientists believe that dinosaurs were cold-blooded, but they have recently found that they were probably more warm-blooded. I think there was oh my gosh, there was some sort of scientist, I can't remember his name. His name was Packham or something like that. And he looked at a skull of a T-Rex with a super microscopic microscope. Is that a thing? A microscopic microscope? And found that there were different pigments. Of course there were browns, there were greens, but then they found like really, really bright and vibrant pigments. T-Rexes actually had a similar melanin layer to their skin, kind of like on the forefront part of their skull, like a bird, and how some birds kind of show their dominance or their age by the melanin on the forefront of their face because it was, you know, sunburnt or it had sunspots or whatever. Obviously their whole body probably had melanin, so they had to be covered by something, whether that be hair or feathers. They would have just been sunburnt all the time, which maybe they could have been, and maybe they just had really dry skin and that's why people said that they had scales. I think that they actually probably had feathers to protect their skin from the harmful UV rays. Think about this. When you look at like an ostrich, the way that they walk and the way that they balance themselves is very, very similar to like what we have been taught that T-Rexes kind of look like. Okay, so to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about, I called to a professional. Her name is Professor Tiffani, with an I. She is going to give us a small visual demonstration as to what a Tyrannosaurus Rex actually probably looked like.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. There's a lot of misconception and preconceived ideas about what these bad boys are supposed to look like. And I'm here to tell you that this ain't it, sis. You may look at it and think, yeah, that looks about right. He's green, got a big head, little arms, sharp teeth, purple eyeshadow. Makes sense to me. But I'm here to tell you it's fake news.
What they really looked like is this.
Now let's say you're an intellectual. Off the bat from looking at this picture, you would know that that is what dinosaurs looked like. They emulated giant chickens with the feathers and the gobbles and the beaks with teeth. It all just makes sense. You may be a little confused why it looks like he may have gloves on, and I'm here to tell you that he does in fact have gloves on. Why, you may ask? Well, because the one thing that people actually don't know about dinosaurs is that they were all drag queens.
Thank you, Tiffani. I really appreciate your help and schooling the children on what a T-Rex actually looked like. Another thing, you're telling me that a big rock flew across the sky like Santa Claus and then just landed and killed off the entire population of dinosaurs? No, incorrect. Do I think that there was an asteroid? Yes. One asteroid's not going to kill off the entire population of dinosaurs. So I think that maybe an asteroid did hit planet Earth and it caused a whole bunch of other natural disasters. Think about like the moon, how the moon has such an effect of like on the water, and that has an effect on human beings. I think volcanoes erupted like crazy, large water storms like tsunamis or hurricanes, that actually led to the ultimate demise of a dinosaur. A volcano erupts, all of the lava is going to kill like the trees and the grass and the weeds on the ground, right? Herbivores, they're not gonna have anything to eat. Herbivores eventually died off. So I think the carnivores ended up dying off because the herbivores died off. You know, smaller creatures had much more to feast on because they don't need as much to fill their little bellies. So maybe that's why people say that like birds are an ancient descendant of a dinosaur. Birds are so small, they don't need tons of vegetation to live, so therefore they are able to kind of survive the extinction. But that is like an alternative theory that scientists have posed. So it's not that I'm completely crazy, I just don't think one asteroid killed off 30 million dinosaurs or whatever, how many there were, I don't know. The last thing that really bothers me, I don't think like the visual representation in museums is correct. I don't think when we see a full skeleton of a T-Rex that it's the full skeleton of a T-Rex. I think that it's probably scientists making guesses as to what they probably looked like just based off of inferences and maybe other creatures that they have found in the past. And you're telling me when they like excavate a dinosaur fossil, they're not gonna get the whole fossil. To kind of bounce off of that, everyone knows of a Bronchosaurus or a Brontosaurus. I call them the Taylor-Lautner dinosaurs because they have really long necks.
Thank you so much.
We're very familiar with these in like Jurassic Park. It's those like huge, ginormous ones that it looks like spaghetti. Those never existed. A scientist could not find the skull whenever they like found the fossils of like parts of the neck and stuff. But long story short, they like made up a dinosaur because they could never find a head. So they put a skull from a different dinosaur onto that and called it the Bronchosaurus or Brontosaurus or whatever. Also, like, what if dinosaurs had like an extra appendage? What if they had like 5 arms, but we only think that they had 4, but they just couldn't find the other arm? I think scientists have a way of knowing and making very educated guesses, and I'm not discrediting them at all, but I do think that there is a level of uncertainty. So it's not that I don't believe dinosaurs existed, because I do. However, I just believe that we were taught all of the incorrect things. All in all, Jurassic Park, you got it wrong. Barney, you got it wrong. That is my stance on dinosaurs. Sorry if you felt like you were suffering through it. I think that they looked like giant chickens. They were probably all covered in some sort of fur. Most of them. Maybe not all of them. I think that an asteroid did not kill all of them. Could it have killed a majority of them? Yes, but I think the asteroid actually caused like a chain reaction of other events. And I don't think the skeletons in museums are fully the correct skeletons of dinosaurs, because there's no way you can find a full skeleton. You know what I'm saying? As a human civilization, I think we always just want answers, and we will just make things up to give ourselves answers. I think there is a lot more that we're going to learn here in the coming years. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you didn't, at least you made it this far, so thanks for watching all the way through. Find me on Twitter, find me on Instagram. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Thank you for the support. If you haven't watched the Get Dusted movie on Vimeo, find that in the link of my bio. And yeah, I appreciate you all so much. I love you. Sending kisses, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Wait, before you go, I know you want a Daya Betty Dinosaur t-shirt. Available at dayabetty.threadless.com. My friend Vivi knocked this design out so fast, you can find her on Instagram at @NYEBay_. And they're only $20, so get yours now.